What if I told you that students in Chicago face challenges that nobody else has to?
Show you there are some areas where small children really do live, as we said, in a kind of battle zone. So listen to this number. At least 419 people were killed this year across a dozen neighborhoods in Chicago, and that is more than all the U.S. troops killed in Afghanistan this year.
And changing schools can mean crossing gang lines.
We have been failing poor and minority children across this country. It's not just Chicago, it's everywhere. And the issue is we don't want to have honest conversations about poverty.
I want to go outside and play, but I can't. Not because I have no friends, it's because of the violence. It seems it never ends.
So some of the challenges that kids have as it relates to schools and their involvement in gang is that kids don't have, already they have so many things that are going against them, whether it's family structure or language issues or just a lack of educational importance. And gangs oftentimes offer an easier way to sort of try and get these things instead of going through school. And so, you know, I had elementary school kids who have had older brothers and sisters who see the way that their older brothers, I've had elementary school kids that look at their older brothers and sisters and they see that they're doing okay, and they see that sort of as the model.
I think one of the biggest challenges that faces the students that I work with and have worked with in the past regarding gangs and how it relates to school is that gangs are just everywhere in Chicago. It is very difficult for our students to make a way for themselves that doesn't involve gang activity, especially because their whole family structure is often related to gang activity, whether it's an uncle or a dad or a mom or an aunt who's been in gangs. The kids don't have an opportunity to see life outside a gang. So they don't view school as their way out. Where I was raised, you know, you need to go to high school, you need to go to college, that's your way out, that's your way, you know, sort of upward mobility where you are gaining more for yourself.
I think some advice, going on the advice question, I think one of the things that I would say to someone who's starting to teach in this setting, in an urban school, is to really think about being there and being in that school, in those kids' lives for a long haul. Being there is one of the things that is most important. There are so many things that kids everywhere, but most, let me start this over. There's one of the things that kids everywhere, but in particular kids in an urban setting, there's so much change, there's so much that is transient and different. And so teachers who are there for them, teachers who they can trust, teachers who are just show a general interest in them as people, make a difference.